Hey guys, Cam from 15, joined by my co-host The Red Wolf, and we are back at it with another video for you guys. Back with more My Hero Academia, as I believe we have two more episodes left in this season.
Yeah, this episode, yeah, I was feeling a lot of emotions right there.
Oh yes, 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 and I forgot to plug in my microphone. Oh,
Good grief, Cameron. Plug it in
well,
already.
hopefully I'm better. My audio sounds a little bit better. But anyways, um, we got Deku versus Class 1A in
Hmm.
this very emotional battle slash chase.
I guess it was a chase. I mean, I guess he wasn't really fighting back.
Yeah,
Like,
well, there was a few instances where he was fighting back though.
mm-hmm,
Not physically hurting his friends, but you know what I mean.
mm-hmm.
And shockingly enough, Bakugou apologizes.
Yeah, near the end of the episode,
And then we see the UA barrier as well.
the new UA barrier.
Also, Android 13, we finally see or we get a face reveal.
Kawaii.
Oh, great. You like
I
her?
mean,
You like her design now?
it's, it's I mean, it's adorable.
You just want to see what's under the bodysuit, don't you?
I, I mean, how about you, man?
I don't blame myself either. I want to see what Android 13 looks like without the bodysuit.
It, yeah.
Anyways,
I mean, up to this point, I thought a 13 was just a literal mech until that thing came off.
oh yeah, no, she's human. Human of course.
Hmm. Okay, next.
Anyways, let's start off with this episode. So obviously we start off from last week where Deku's pretty much saying, I'm fine, get the hell out of my way. I gotta go do what I gotta go do. But obviously Deku's friends are not going to let him go without taking him back to UA. So Deku unleashes Smokescreen, and Bakugou easily dispels the smokescreen away and everything. They also know the fact that he's got added quirks on everything. He jumps up into the air. That is Deku. And obviously, Deku's friends are going after him. It's just crazy. He's saying he's fine. He obviously is wanting to go away because he doesn't want to drag his friends into this issue that he has been dragged into. Um, you just have it to where several characters, they try their darndest to stop him, but they really can't stop him.
Yeah, you can see trap after trap after trap that Deku just keeps pushing through.
Yes. And mind you, this is a worn out, exhausted Deku who
Hmm.
is countering practically most of their techniques that they're giving this guy.
Now,
Now,
now imagine if it was at full, he was at full power.
he would wreck them.
Hmm.
It's not even a contest. Now mind you, through all these scenes of a character I guess getting in the way of Deku's escape, they bring up a moment from a flashback from a previous part in previous seasons of how much Deku has meant to them and what he has done in terms of helping them. Obviously, Koda says a line, I forgot what that was. When Sero ends up getting involved, he makes the mention of how he helped Deku with his Black Whip whole thing, and then he even said, like, I learned some things from you. um it's obviously was just like those moments which you can tell it affects Deku when he reflects back on those times because those are his friends and he genuinely has those good experiences. And the good thing is, before we did this review, I did watch somebody else's review, and that person made a good point of like, see, if this was Deku from any of the previous seasons, he would have agreed to his friends and he would have listened to them. But this is a Deku after several weeks, maybe months, doing this all on his own, doing all by himself, and especially after that All For One encounter where, All For One said, "It's your turn now." Um, he feels like, well, it's my responsibility in the whole, and he says this when he gets captured by Todoroki. He feels like this is his whole responsibility, that One For All is supposed to fight against All For One. You guys have no reason to be here because you guys, practically in a way, he's saying, you're not strong enough to stand on my level, pretty much.
There's no way you can keep up with me, he said.
Yes, that line, either or line means the same exact thing, pretty much. So he gets away from Sero, who then attacks him then later.
Monkey boy, I forgot his name.
Oh, Ojiro.
Ojiro.
What was his flashback moment he tried to reflect Deku about?
When back at the UA, the UA festival, like when Deku confronted what's his face?
Shinzo.
Yeah, Shinzo, and he remembered how Deku fought for him back then.
Yes, another heart-wrenching moment right then and there. Then after he escapes Ojiro's tail, who then attacks him?
Who attacked him next?
Dark Shadow.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
So, Tokoyami attacks him, slams him into this building. I think, to be honest, that's probably like the only, I guess, attack that they actually did some physical damage to him. So that's kind of the thing there. They pin him. He pins him up against a wall. Then,
yeah, a trap activates, which was created by Momo.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What was that device supposed to be used for?
Apparently to put him to sleep.
Yes, but Deku is so strong. He literally breaks the damn thing with his head. He just headbutts it, and it looks like he breaks out the device grip. He looks like he's gonna get back up, but then Kirishima comes from behind him, pretty much puts him, I guess, in a arm hold or whatever, but he puts his arm around him. He's like, hey man, we've always been friends since then, and things like that. Why don't you chill? He makes a mention how much Deku stinks and how he needs to go take a bath or a shower.
Did you say Kirishima?
Yeah, I mean
Kaminari.
My bad.
Yeah. It took me a while to process what you just said, and like, wait, Kirishima? I thought he didn't show up until late. Oh, you meant
Kaminari. I always get those two mixed up. Yeah, he practically says like, yeah, you need to take a bath. I don't blame him probably for saying it. Deku probably does stink. That breath is probably hot too, so he might need to brush his teeth and he might need to freaking get some mouthwash in that mouth. But the thing is, he wraps himself. We have Tentacle. What's his real name? Shinji, I think is his name. He uses like this protective like wrapping tape around Deku with that's based off Momo. And then obviously Tokoyami gets Dark Shadow, and pretty much Tokoyami's like, it was because of you taught me this technique, Midoriya. If it wasn't for you and everything. Momo says her thing, Shinji says his thing. But regardless, Deku still breaks out of Dark Shadow, which actually shocks Tokoyami's like, he broke out of freaking Dark Shadow and everything. So then it looks like he's escaping, but then who then captures him?
You take this one, man. I'm just stalling.
Todoroki, speak up, my brother.
Hey, whatever, my brother.
And then his mask falls off too, so his face is there. And Todoroki's like, "What's up with your face?" Like he calls out like Deku's face, because his face, Deku gives that look like, "Why are you doing this?" And everything. And again, Todoroki makes a mention. He's like, "Do you really think you can smile with that face?" And stuff like that. So while he's trapped in the ice prison, who then comes up to have their little discussion with Deku?
Sue,
And what
or
did she say?
she recalls the time she cried when the Bakugou got saved from All for One, and she tells Deku like I don't want to cry like that anymore, and she wants to like share the pain that Deku is feeling right now.
Yes, it was a pretty convincing thing right there. You don't want to see Frog Girl cry again. Oh yeah, and then Shinji, he made a mention, he made the mention about the season 3 moment where talking about like, oh, they're an unbeatable team and things like that to try to go save Bakugo, yada yada yada. What is it? So obviously Deku, he's going through the emotions. He's just going through it all. He's upset. He's sad. He just can't take no more. He breaks out of the ice prison shockingly. Again, shows you how super strong he is. And mind you, he was trapped in solidified ice. And he still broke out of that with ease. So he's trying to get away from that. He ends up using Black Whip, and he looks like he's about to catapult himself away. He starts moving his legs up and down. You start using Fajin to start using Fox 100% one for all. And he slingshots himself away. But
Mineta comes in.
Yes. Mineta comes in and tries to hold him. No, this is before the slingshot, I'm correct, right?
Like somewhere around there, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Mineta comes in and he comes in and say, "Man, please, he pretty much tells him like, you were so, the things you did in your bravery you've shown in every time I've seen you, that made me fall for you." Now, pause for a quick second. Now, I do remember reading this line in the manga. Now, listen, I don't know if this means Mineta is bisexual, but I remember when this line was first said in the manga and people read it, they completely blew this out of proportion like it was a massive talking point. Personally, it didn't really matter to me that much. If Mineta is bisexual, where he likes a guy or a girl, okay. I don't think it's that big of a deal, but move on. But I remember back when the manga first had this whole issue between Deku versus Class 1A, that was the one line a lot of people were talking about. Like, they were like, wait, Mineta's bi? What?
Is he bi?
I don't know, dude. They've never really shown him having like feelings for dudes. We know he's obsessively pervy when it comes to the female characters. I think what he was trying to say is the reason he's like this. It's the reason why I admired you as a friend. I think that's what he was trying to get his point off. I don't think he's literally meaning like, oh, I fell in love with you, Deku. But
well, that's the kind of society we live in. People would take any small line and take it as something,
Yeah. Yeah. The thing is, Mineta gets forced back due to Deku's Black Whip. Again, I think that's when he shoots his catapult. Then we get Roller Coaster.
Yes. The roller coaster of ice, and Mina comes in with her acid, and Bakugou boosts himself.
Well, Todoroki gives the boost. Then Bakugo.
Mm-hmm.
And at first, Ochako tries to stop Deku before he slingshots himself. She gets there too late. And obviously, she screams out, "Hey, listen, guys, we gotta go." It was a cool scene when they do. I still remember in the manga when I saw that whole thing. I'm like, geez, Louise, they said a whole slingshot themselves. And the thing is, they're fine. They one by one, they fall off. Bakugo, he's like, listen, there's so much I want to tell you, Deku, but right now I can't do this. I'm gonna let the guy in front of me do it, and that's the president. And you just have and it's Ida, who he uses his reciprocal boost to catch up to Deku. And you got my man like
His glasses is breaking.
He's
His chest plate is breaking.
literally breaking the speed barrier. Glasses breaking and everything. And what is Ida's whole point in this whole thing with Deku?
I mean, the most iconic, recalling the way Deku helped him against Stain.
Yep, and even telling Deku when he finally catches up to him. So, in a way, we find out Ida can catch up to Deku at the speed he was going at. Now, I think in a perfect world, Deku 100% with complete 100% mastery, I don't think Ida stands a chance in catching him based on speed alone. But we see here, he was able to catch him.
Yeah. Well, thanks to with the help of everybody else, but yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah, we also do cut over to Endeavor a bit in this whole scuffle. But the thing is, the other students were like, oh yeah, we caught Dictator. We're gonna go help Deku and help everybody because I want to be there to talk to Deku. And pretty much I forgot, I don't know who's online. I think it's Best Genius. And Endeavor's like, no, let them handle it. Let's not get in their way. It's their responsibility pretty much. And that's nice approval because Endeavor, I think at this point knows like, no, the only people who can get through to Deku is his friends. We have no real connection to the kid, so us capturing him isn't gonna work. So even though I would say maybe Best Genius would have a good chance with his threads, especially if he brings out those big threads like he needed to catch Gigantomachia in. So that's kind of the thing there. But what is it? When Ida grabs Deku, he obviously recalls the famous line that Deku told him about, you know, being a hero is being a hero is always meddling in things that, you know, you shouldn't be meddling in. It kind of in a way wakes up Deku's eyes. Emotional scene between Deku and Ida right there almost makes me cry thinking about that moment. Especially for these two characters, because you just gotta think of the psychologicalness. Back in season 2, Deku knew Ida was going through something personal, deeply personal, with Hero Killer Stain pretty much, I get in a way, pretty much putting his brother into retirement as a hero, and we knew that ate away at Ida like crazy to the point he tried to go on a vengeance tour on his alone to try to stop. Yeah, I know. I stuttered just like my friend Denzel stutters. What is it? He tried to go on a vengeance tour against a Stain to try to bring him in, and in his eyes, bring him to justice for what he did to his brother. And I find it so full circle. It was really a full circle moment for me, not only when I first read the manga of this scene, but even watching this now again. It's a full circle moment when now this time the roles are switched. Deku's the guy with the burden, and he's the guy that's all alone trying to take down All For One on his own. Not only obviously the rest of Class 1A is there, but the one person that can get to him the most is the guy that was in the same position he was in. And he knows what Deku is going through, and he knows the burden that Deku's feeling with. And I found it so full circle that it was Ida, the one to, in a way, pretty much make Deku realize, hey dude, it's gonna be okay, man. We're your friends. We're here to back you up on this situation. And I think that was just a great moment. Just a great moment.
Yeah, it was. That's when Deku, like, he's still thinking about wanting to escape them, but he doesn't have the strength left, so like they're slowly falling. With Uraka releasing them from the zero gravity.
Yes. And who catches them?
Kirishima. Now Kirishima, man.
Yes, now Kirishima. I forgot what Kirishima frickin' said. That's the thing. But then when all the entire Class 1A is right then and there, Mina actually makes a really emotional point, and her point is she pretty much is like, I don't want to have anybody leave this class anymore. I want us to go back to school and have the fun times and the fun memories we all used to have, and go back to things being normal like they used to be. Because obviously, it seems definitely obvious that Mina still has yet to get over Midnight passing away. So obviously, with Deku being gone, and at the end of the day, yes, there's some characters in Class 1A that don't have this strong of a connection as, say, like a Todoroki, and Ida, Ochako, or Bakugou does with Deku. But still, he's a part of their class, and they still felt like they had some sort of bond with him because, well, guess what? They were there for some of his more better moments and things like that. But obviously, you can feel that Mina, who's been under a lot of grief during these times, just wants things to go back to normal. Which it was later specified in this episode, like, yeah, things are definitely going to be different. Which I think it was a part where Momo makes a mention, it's like, well, we got the job done, but it's not like things are going to change 100%. At least it's a start, I guess. But then we get the shocking turn of events. Bakugou apologizes.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, he makes a mention like he said the reason why he was bullying Deku because he wanted Deku to keep away from him, and he also made a mention like ever since UA started, ever since he started going to UA, nothing was going his way, and Deku was always like apparently one-upping him.
Yeah, pretty much. And he also calls him not Deku. For the first time in the series, he calls him by his name, Izuku.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the whole thing from when it showed them in the whole face-to-face scene when they were kids, then to when they were in middle school, and then, you know, when they obviously entered UA and everything, and obviously you have a beat-up freaking Deku that's like, and obviously and everything, and then even to now where they're at. And Bakugou's character development again, man, come full circle, man, full circle. To finally get off his chest and admit that he was in the wrong for doing everything he did, because in a way he felt a little bit envy and jealous of Deku. And for him to finally admit that, it goes to show you how much his character has changed since season 1, since we first saw this guy.
Yep.
And it was a great moment when I read the manga. It was another great moment that I could see people bringing brought to tears about. I remember when I first started watching My Hero Academia and I saw Bakugou, I hated his fucking character to start the series off. Like, oh my goodness, this guy is such an asshole. I want Deku to put him in his place for once. And when we got those several moments, like the season 1 battle where Deku did get the one up on him, I was like, oh yes, he finally did. He overcome this bully, but he's gonna be back. You know, I literally thought when he got captured in season 3, I'm like, this motherfucker's gonna turn into a villain, and it's gonna be final battle Deku versus Bakugou. Well, obviously things are different now because it's me, Deku, Shigaraki, but but you get my point. But the fact that Bakugou finally admitted after all these years of knowing Deku that he finally admits to his transgression. He finally admits, and mind you, he's even doing this in front of his own classmates, who's seen what he's done to Deku in terms of the way he treats him. It goes to show you that at the end of the day, Bakugou is a changed character after everything he's been through in these 6 seasons. You know, for him, again, another full circle moment. We made a mention in the episode it happened when Deku first saved him against the sludge guy in season 1. Bakugou did the same thing for Deku in this season from getting impaled by Shigaraki. Full circle moment. Shows you how far of a character he's changed from then to now. Because I think we all know. You put season 1 Bakugou in this season, he ain't giving a damn about Deku. He isn't saving Deku from Shigaraki. He isn't probably apologizing to Deku. If anything, he's probably trying to fight Deku. But his character changes, and Bakugou at the end of the day is definitely a top 5 in terms of development character in My Hero Academia, hands down.
Yep.
So, anything else to say about the apology? Any shockers from the apology?
I'm gonna just clap it up, clap it up. Bakugou has come a long way, and right now Midoriya is now realizing like you really did surpass me. I'm sorry I said you couldn't catch up.
Yep. So Deku gets back to his senses. They take him back to UA. We see Android 13 takes off the mask. Find out, oh, it's a girl. It's a chick.
Oh.
So yes. We also find out about UA. They weren't lying when they said, "Oh no, this is gonna be a reinforced place." This thing's got like freaking walls surrounded around the school. Damn near looks almost like Tartaros jail right there.
Mm-hmm.
Like it looks like a supermax prison.
Yep.
So, crazy that they had this in planning. Mind you, this was back in planning, back when Gentle Criminal tried to attack UA. So, absolutely insane. But there is some rustling. There's some noise going on. Who is causing said noise?
The civilians that were taking shelter. Apparently, they do not want Deku here because they know All for One is after him. So, of course, they're hostile and, you know.
Yep. So, and then the episode ends off where Deku's just seeing all this and he's like, pretty much, he's like, see, this is why I didn't want to come back. They're not going to accept me. He looks like he's going to walk away. But then...
Yeah, Uraraka stopped him.
Uraraka stopped him. Ochako grabs his hand. Well, she grabbed his wrist. In the manga, she actually grabbed and held his hand. Which is funny because I watched somebody react. And I totally agree with this person who he did his react. And he's like, Ochako is that girl. You got to wipe her up, my boy. And I'm like, yes. Wipe up Ochako Uraraka.
You better. By the end of the series.
Yes,
I'm stuttering.
I need Deku Ochako. I need Deku Ochako babies at the end.
Please. I cannot speak.
And obviously we know the one character who hasn't had that one-on-one moment with Deku yet has been Ochako.
Yeah.
So
I'm guessing that'll happen next episode.
So the thing is, she pretty much is like, see, us heroes are always there for the people when they need saving, but we know her whole motive of her hero thing is, well, who's there for when the heroes need saving? And that's the cliffhanger. Next episode, we're gonna get one of the best Ochako moments, if not the best Ochako moment in the entire series so far, to my knowledge, from everything I've seen in My Hero Academia. So yeah. Now, when Deku and Ochako have that alone time and she might talk to him, do you think Ochako will finally confess to Deku her feelings?
I hope so, but I kind of doubt it.
Okay. You make a good point. I know. I want to see Ochako confess her feelings to Deku. Do it, girl.
It's been like 6 seasons, and like 6 seasons straight up.
Honestly, what if she had said it, Deku, I'm in love with you, don't leave, in that entire scuffle?
That would.
But then again, like I said, the entire damn class knows that she likes him like that.
At least the girls do, at least.
I think the guys obviously know that that she likes him too.
No, I think just the girls. I don't remember her being that obvious around the guys, but.
Well, Mineta knows.
That's true. But...
So, yes. But, yep, we're gonna get a big moment with Ochako next week. Definitely can't wait, man. Definitely cannot wait for that moment, because that moment, if you're already an Ochako fan, you're gonna love Ochako anymore with this speech she's gonna give.
I'm definitely an Ochako man, so I'm gonna be happy.
So, yes, but overall, solid episode. Really solid. Great episode of My Hero Academia season 6. Again, this season continues to be a bomb-ass fire season.
Hard to believe it's already ending soon, and I'm hurting.
Oh yeah, and then the wait for season 7 is gonna happen. And it's gonna be a long time.
I'm in pain.
Now, season 7 for My Hero Academia, if I'm being honest, it could come out next year. It could come out next year based on how fast the manga ends. If the manga ends within this year, expect season 7 to come out not spring of 2024. I would say either summer or fall of 2024. I think that would give them enough content to adapt. Because right now, where the manga is at, they're cutting back and forth in places. Cutting back and forth with what Deku's currently doing, and then cutting back and forth with another battle another huge battle area that's going on.
Another huge battle area.
I'm not going to give shit away. When we see it in season 7, I'll make a reference to it. And that's when the thing is. But what I can say is the manga is in its final stages of final fights, final things. Deku is right now, he's in his final battle right now. They have yet to cut to it since they set it up. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
So I'm about to read the part where Deku finally becomes the world's greatest hero. Now, how long that takes, I don't know. But the manga, the way that it's going, it should finish within the year, this year. And season 7 should come out maybe sometime next year. If not, sometime in 2025, which means that'll be a 2-year wait. And I would not be shocked if they call season 7, like every damn anime you see, the My Hero Academia season 7, the final season. Or just My Hero Academia, the final season. It all depends on where the manga goes. Right now the manga is still ongoing. There is no break right now. And shockingly enough, the spoilers haven't come out or anything, so I don't know what the hell is going to happen. But definitely excited. We got 2 more episodes left to go. And yeah, by far, this season is great. And, you know, I just can't wait for more. I just can't wait for the final 2 episodes as we wire down the stretch of My Hero Academia content. And things like that. But other than that, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. If you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode of My Hero Academia. Hit that subscribe button to this channel as well as my co-host channel. As things go on, I'll leave a link in the description below. I already uploaded my Tomo-chan as a Girl episode review as well as my Damaji episode review. This video is going up a little later. Endo and Kobayashi is going up tomorrow. And then expect One Piece will be on later tonight too. And then also expect My Hero Academia manga chapter. I think it comes out tomorrow or Sunday. No, tomorrow or Monday. I don't know. No Black Clover manga chapter. They're on break, I believe. So that's going on. And then when I get the time in my schedule, I will be doing a what I will watch / review for Spring of Anime 2023. Now, there's only a select few. Like, I know when I looked over for a quick second on livechart.com, I completely missed my mind. Dr. Stone. So that's a show we both like to review on the channel. We'll definitely be back for Dr. Stone season 3.
How long has it been since we watched Dr. Stone?
Since that freaking special last year? Which I can't wait for Dr. Stone season 3. Actually, before we get out, we do have 5 minutes. I know I'm extending the video a little bit, but let me run through some animes that I might actually see. So you're getting a little sneak peek to this video. A little tiny sneak peek to this video. Hold on. Switch to Pacific Times. English titles. Okay. I don't watch Vinland Saga. The Demon Slayer season 3 is coming out in Spring of Anime 2023. Now I gotta catch up with that. I gotta start watching that if I want to talk about it on the channel. If I do, then I think we can probably say my co-host is a big Demon Slayer fan. We'd probably be talking about it on the channel.
Definitely.
Konosuba, the Megumi original show is finally returning, and I'm definitely gonna be reviewing that on the channel. But that's the thing. Dr. Stone season 3, Tonikawa season 2 is coming back.
Oh.
Yep, in April.
Oh my God, it's been so long.
Another World with My Smartphone season 2, I guess, is coming back. Yeah. Kuma Bear season 2. Just looking at some things. Some interesting romance shows I've seen. I'm not going to go into much. Eden Zero season 2. We actually look. We have to review Eden Zero.
Yes, we have to. We have to.
Yep. Season 2 is coming out for Eden Zero, and
I'm sure people are tired of us saying we will get back to reviewing it and never coming back to it.
Yes. Yeah, that's kind of the thing there. Yeah, just looking through some of them. There's some shows that I do know of. Some other news shows that I haven't seen, but so far, it seems like there's not gonna be as many big animes next season, so there's gonna probably be a drop. Honestly, I'm waiting for summer of anime because Bleach is coming back, and I need to see Bleach. Yes. We need to be back for Bleach, 1000-Year Blood War arc, because I'm sorry, I need to see if Uryu is gonna be fighting Ichigo.
That's the most likely scenario at this point. You've seen the opening. You've seen the opening.
I'm not ready, dude. I'm not ready for Bleach.
I am.
Anyways, you got your little sneak peek of what I might be talking about and what I might watch/review. So I bet you're probably saying watch Demon Slayer so we can see your Demon Slayer reviews. I'll see if I can get to it. That's a very short time frame. Very short time frame. Mind you, I also work practically, well, it's part-time, but practically I'm working full-time now. So yeah. All right. And then I graduate in May from my master's. So that's a lot title. So one day I'll get to it. Maybe I'll binge watch it if I'm not binge watching the season 6 dub of My Hero. Anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. Hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Till then, guys, peace.
Peace.